Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, Team Steam. Glad everyone can make it for this Friday special edition, St. Patrick's Day. Just want to make sure that everyone that goes out today stays safe. Please come back and see us again tomorrow there as well. I guess there's only less than 1% of, I guess, perfect brackets out there, Ramon. Crazy upset there. I think the big one for me is Arizona. How about you?
I thought you were going to say 1% of us are Irish.
Maybe. There's probably lots more Irish since
Probably a lot more Irish.
Yeah,
We're all
yeah.
Irish.
A lot more.
I don't know where you want to look. Furman. Furman obviously was one of the big upsets yesterday. How about Furman? How about Princeton? Wow.
Right? Picking the big upset with Princeton. That's pretty wild. I think you must be a Princeton fan if you still have them in your bracket.
Well, I know somebody had Furman in our bracket.
Right?
Did someone have Princeton? I don't know.
I didn't look. Huh.
But I do know that I saw the standings there for the bracket challenge. So we've got a couple leaders up there. I noticed everybody at the top has Alabama as their national champion. So maybe that's also something to look into today. Let's take a look. Maybe you want to look at the bracket challenge and see what's going on there, Mindy?
Sure.
All right. Take a look and see. It's Daniel Treschel. It looks like he's on top by himself there right now.
Right.
Great job, Daniel, on day one. And we got some other recognizable names up there with Scott Smart. He's in second. Ron Hahn, K-Jiz, Alec Moorhead, Mark Eubanks. Know who some of you are, but
right.
Mindy, you're there with 12, and Troy, and then the rest of us. So trying to find some winners today.
There we go.
And only Brent had, Brent. We're not going to give him a hard time. He lost his Arizona. But boy, yeah, you talk about what a day in the NCAA tournament. Wow.
So Kong's Clips is Troy. All right.
Okay, great.
Is that you, Troy?
Let's say hello to some folks also joining us in the comments as people coming for a special edition. So I don't know how many we'll get. Some people are like, well, we know they're not going to be there today, but looks like most of you got the memo.
Yeah, Ron was like, hey, you guys are on today. I got the notification. There's Ron. I'm like, yep, it's our special edition, all for college basketball breakdown.
All right, here's Ferner there because he was stunned by some of the results in the NBA yesterday. Hi, Denise Russell's here today.
Hello.
Ziggy's here. Seems like some regret in the chat today. I don't know. Princeton, he's knocked out his Arizona pick, but Princeton, I had him as a premium yesterday. Premium plus the points. I mean, we know how that goes. We know what we're talking about. But had Princeton. I had 7 winners yesterday of premiums in the NCAA tournament. Got someone, I don't know if they're here today in the chat. We're high volume, Mindy. You and I, that's how we believe the game should be played. Someone was talking to me yesterday in the chat on the afternoon on the drive-through.
Okay.
Saying, slow down a little bit, Ramon. Slow down. Too many picks. I'm like, this is the moment. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. There's no slowing down.
Okay, I was wondering what was going on in the Discord there because I saw a couple of folks talking about it, and so I was not really up to date on what was going on. So
they were unfair.
Volume, okay.
Yeah, and I know they might be here. I don't want to call them out. They might be a little bit because just a subscriber, who probably prefers less volume. And no disrespect. I mean, there are some great handicappers producing great numbers with less volume, maybe even at a higher percentage. But again, to me, it's to take a long time. It takes years to get to the finish line at just a couple of plays a
Correct.
day. I can't, go through a slump of 4 or 5 days like you can erase with just a half a day of winners. And yeah, 7-3 in the NCAA tournament with my premium picks
Right.
yesterday. We'll go over to Tony'sPicks.com and take a look over there as well after we say hello to some others.
Yeah, I mean, it would be hard to be up 4,000, units there, if if you only been playing a couple of games a day.
And no, some people are able to do it. I
Oh,
mean, we
sure.
talk
Oh,
about
sure.
Tony right now cranking at the last
Right.
week 66%. If I could guarantee that percentage, I would have less plays. But
Right.
again,
It's
I'm
way
only going to be
easier. I
able
mean,
to come home.
yeah, I mean, it's an easier track to win 60% to get 6 out of 10 than it is to hit 2 out of 3 every day. That's just kind of the way that the math works. And we're under, basically the same theory on, making the volume plays and feeling pretty
Yeah,
confident because we know over time that we hit around that 57%, so
that's
we
right.
know we're going to have the ebbs and flows as well, but we also know historically that our numbers are good, and that's why we're here, and that's why we have the show. That's why we want to give our knowledge out to everyone watching.
Yeah, my long term, says that it's going to be closer to 56, 57 as a tout. That's what I need to be at. So, yeah, if I could just do 2 or 3 plays, that's where they say, why are you a tout, right? If I did 2 out of 3, that probably would get out of touting actually. But again, we're just trying to pass along as much great information as possible. Just continue to hit at a good percentage, giving out free winners, paid winners, whatever we can do. I'm just sitting here looking at all stats all day. Hopefully, it's paying off. It shows that it did on the scoreboard. So, just saying hello to Scott. He's up there on the board. Hello, Latifa. And who else? Looks like, man, Ron, big night, huh? Woo. He's posted that leaderboard in the Discord. We saw it there. So, I don't know, long way to go, but I feel like I'm ready to tear up my brackets. Tear up my brackets. Get the picks.
I know. The brackets have always been my nemesis. I think it's it's always difficult to just pick winners when you're always looking against the spread.
I liked Furman winning because I've looked at the bracket and I see who do they have next? San Diego State. Got to be able to beat them. San Diego State, get a trip back to the Sweet 16 where you belong.
Right. They looked good
Great.
yesterday.
Huh?
I said I thought San Diego State played pretty well yesterday.
Yeah, they fought some challenges from a good team, so
Sure.
they definitely were able to,
They were able to, go back and forth there and
yeah, it
finally get a
seemed
little
like
bit of streak.
every single time they at least had the answer there. So, um, also, Maryland started the day. Everybody's making fun of them early. They only had 4 points for 7 or 8 minutes, but they were able to come back strong yesterday. So, okay, let's make sure we say hello to everyone here. But again, hey, already we got 40 over 40, so I guess everybody got the word. There's Blake here today as well. Ron, maybe I'm gonna go to McD after this. Hello to Howard. Well, I did yesterday because I wanted to watch the games, have some breakfast sandwiches. Terrell Riley here. Ziggy, he's a subscriber to the. I can't differentiate. I mean, I'm trying to think that every play I have is equal. I mean, I'm not loading up, but
Yeah, I mean, everyone has different philosophies, right? I mean, like that's just the way it's going to be. We all find different ways to make our fortune in sports betting.
Yeah, there's too many, can't let good opportunities pass you by and have regret. I can't. Maybe I'm the action junkie, but again, producing those profits. We'll take a look in just a moment what's going on over at tonyspicks.com. Just say hello to everybody here. And make sure we acknowledge everyone for coming on Friday because we're here on a day we're not usually here. But we know we got a big card of NCAA action. That's the reason why we're here, of course, today. Not because of the faux holiday. Adam here today. Mindy's got a green hat on. Is it or is it turquoise? I don't know. See, Spill here today. All right.
My hat's turquoise?
Oh, it's green. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Or the shirt is. I don't know.
I was like, Ramon, are you colorblind? They say most of men are. They have different, cones in their eyes than females.
I have a green Padres hat, but I don't know where it is. I usually wear it every St. Patrick's Day that I can find it. And some years I haven't found it. All right, over at Tony'sPicks.com, we're going to take a look. Just real quick.
They said Mindy disappeared. I'm like, yeah, I had to sneeze. I didn't really want to do it right on camera if I didn't have to. So I can stop my cam for just a little bit.
Ben was on top of the handicapper leaderboards for Thursday's action. He had 13 winners. Big day for Ben.
For
He's
sure.
about the volume. I mean, this is the NCAA tournament, man. You're not going to get, 2 or 3 plays from me. This is the moment. I had 12 and 6 yesterday, it says there, plus 600 units. Nick, 5 winners, 400 units, and Sean had 4 winners as well. Last 7 days, I'm on top of the leaderboards, 1,500 units. There's Tony with that winning percentage, 60%. Way better than my percentage for sure. So, I want you to subscribe to me if you want a lot of winners and maybe guarantee your chances to have a winning day. But Tony got to that higher percentage there, no doubt about it. And he's up 555 units over the last 7 days. I don't get it done every single time. For the last month, I'm up 3,700 units. There's Tony T right there as well. All right. Go to the All Cappers tab, find the handicapper of your choice to get signed up. Use that promo code Tony T at checkout to save 20% off all of our premium pick packages, including mine and Mindy's on Friday. We weren't taking the day off from making picks, that's for sure.
Right.
And Mindy, what do you got today? The big day 2 of the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I just wound up being 500 there again yesterday. I needed, Penn State to get one of those 2 dunks in right at the end of the game for my total to go over. And instead, I just split. So ready to get after it here again today. I had a fun time watching all the games yesterday. I got my Wild Wings in that Latifah doesn't like, but I tried the new honey garlic. I thought they were really good. Had a little Angry Orchard as well. I think that's like the best combination for wings. But today, coming in pretty heavy again. 5 plays in the morning for a 5-pack. Early tip to get you till about 3 p.m. Central Time. And then we have a late tip 5-pack coming in later in the evening. So if you're ready for some more action there after your first card's done, you can come back and get the 5-pack there starting at about 6 p.m. That sort of thing. Have only 1 play today in NHL and in the NBA. So put those as guaranteed best bets. So yeah, I'm excited. Should be a fun one. I think there's some really, really good, intriguing matchups today. I'm looking forward to it.
I've got a 7-pack of action for the early, for the daytime, if you will, and then I'm going to come back with a 3-pack late tonight. We're going to talk about 5 games here on the show, as well as a pretty big NBA card and 4 NHL games as well. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. There I have it is. The 7-pack for $35 and a late pack there for $30 over there at Tony'sPicks.com. Put some of my stats up there. 35-21 in the last 7 days. Well, I'm going to talk about winning percentage. I think that's 62.5% or so. 35-21 over the last 7 days in college basketball. I'm up 2,200 units in college basketball over the last 30 days on the website, and up 35-25 since the start of 2023 in college basketball. So
Good work,
I just
Orlando.
go with the volume. I'm sorry that it's not working out for one of my subscribers who wants less winners. So,
I mean, to me, it looks like a 12 and 6 day would be pretty fine work.
so if he's out there, I'm not going to call him out or anything. No problem. I don't want anybody upset. But just was saying that it was real rough on his bankroll. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, these are so I've had several profitable days, in a row, and obviously the month stats and the year
Sure.
stats. But reach out in my DMs there, maybe in the Discord. Maybe we can work a little bit with you and show you how to manage that bankroll a little bit. Again, less volatility, maybe smaller bets, higher volume,
Yeah,
and maybe a
that's
little less volatility is the way to get it to a point where you can actually
right.
increase the bets, so the high volume bets with the profit that you've already made. So
Exactly.
I'm sure that they know how to do it, but if they don't, I can help you manage that a little bit, I would say. So, all right. Fernando's here today, and Neil is here today. He's already got his picks up and ready. Screenshot that, everybody, if you want. Verley's here. Mark Luque is here.
Yeah, that bank shot was crazy to go over. And then how does Penn State miss 2 dunks? Dunked it, miss, try to dunk again and miss. I'm like, come on. Yeah.
Sure, there'll be more excitement today.
I know, right?
Man. Yeah, look, I don't want to say, I keep saying, last week there was more action, right? I mean, it really
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of
we were playing 78 games a day instead of 16.
today. Well, right, and some points there's only 2 or 3 going on. It's not a big deal. It's exciting, no doubt about it. It's NCAA tournament. You can focus on the game a little more, and I'm not, one of the, I'm not, I don't want to be that guy, but it's not overwhelming. It's just fun. All right. Oh,
But if
calm
he,
like
but the thing is you can start if you have, say 800, you could play the first 8 plays and wait how it comes out and play the rest, right? There are ways to get that done.
right. And there's what Greg saying, the $100 on 18, right? And well, and again, you don't need to.
I mean, the games are spread out
You're
all day
right,
long.
but you could be busy just to play them all at once. But yeah, no doubt. I mean, but again, so 100 is reasonable if you're a long-term subscriber to play those, and if you're buying the packages, you definitely have to play a little more to overcome a little bit of the juice in the big, but should be able to build it up a little bit. So I'm not gonna tell anybody how to, I'll
Sure.
help them or anything like that. So, all right, thanks a lot, everybody. Go to Tony'sPicks.com. And check everybody out over at Tony'sPicks.com for the NCAA tournament today. Just a few hours away. More games. All right. Going to get started on the rapid fire unless anybody has any more comments or questions. We're here on Friday. Blake, there will be close to 20 premiums, and it's not out of play. Well, it probably won't be quite that many, but I mean, I have 10 already in college ball. Those are my 10. I'm probably not going to add anything else in college, but haven't even gotten to the NBA yet. Want to see what Mindy's up to with her picks and what we have on the. Don't forget, I mean, our premium picks. Here on the show that we have are premium picks as well, and that's just what I'm. I'm looking at every game. I'm looking at the. Uh, a lot of people are treated, as a. I'm treating the whole spectrum of sports betting as one entity,
Right.
not just going into one game. So I'm playing it as a big game, all the games as part of the game. Doubles, thank you. Talking about that UFC card tomorrow. So, okay, Mindy, let's get ready to get into the picks. We're going to go with college basketball first, everybody. We've had selected 5 games today to take a look at. And first off, what do we got? VCU and St. Mary's. All right, St. Mary's is favored in this one by 4.5. 4. Let's call it 4 for the Gales, and the total is 122.5.
Well, I think VCU is going to give St. Mary's a little bit of trouble today. They play a little bit different style, a little bit more fast paced. St. Mary's likes to slow things down a little bit. Both of these teams have a really, really good defense. VCU 7-3 against the spread. St. Mary's 4-6 against the spread. I'm going to go VCU here. I think they're going to come out lights out. VCU +4.
All right, Mindy, on the Gales here in this one against St. Mary's. Yeah, I mean, maybe this will be close to the number. I don't mind getting points, certainly for sure here with St. Mary's. With VCU. Take a look and see if anybody's involved here with this game in the chat. Here's VCU money line for doubles. But here's Jim wants St. Mary's on the money line. Verley looks like he's on the money line here with VCU. And TJ here is on the over. All right, looks like just some differences, some differing opinions a little bit here. Ron on VCU. Oh man, Butterscotch is saying over here. I should look at something here and see if I'm missing something because I thought kind of the opposite here. Ron on VCU. Looks like a lean here for Fernando. Ibrahim Diaby is here today, and he's like St. Mary's all day in this one. And Gary also on St. Mary's. How did the West Coast what did you think? I mean, you see what Gonzaga's up to tonight, and I even saw 1 or 2 of our people in the contest had GU to win it all, and I was like, but I know, got to pick somebody. But if they couldn't win it in other years, why would it be this year? I don't think, right? I mean, I don't think this team is good as many of those previous entries. Demetrius. Hello, Demetrius Crawley. Have we met? PCU Lock, welcome. Good to have you. All right, Mindy. Yeah, I mean, I will say I took VC. Well, if I took VCU in the pool, I guess I'm on VCU plus the points. I mean, why wouldn't I be, right?
Right.
Let's do it then.
All right. Let's do it.
Yeah. VCU can't hang with Gonzaga. You can't hang with St. Mary's. Ron Hahn says, I like St. Mary's on the money line, but VCU covers and probably will win. Wait a minute. Ron just picked both teams to win. Right. Kong took VCU on his bracket too. Okay, I guess, yeah, let's do it, Mindy. Let's have it as a I mean, I've got him in the bracket, so why wouldn't I take him plus 4 points?
Right.
All right. All right. Okay. Can the Bruins do it? Let's see. With their a little bit of injuries there, see how they Fair. Okay, let's get ready for the next game. Okay, thank you for your picks, everybody.
Final answer: VCU +4. Ron.
Yeah, I'll be on them. Close game, I think.
Oh, sure. I think it
That's
should be
what
real
it's
good.
rated, huh? All right. Can Providence get back on track here, taking on Kentucky today, Mindy? In this one, Kentucky, a 4-point favorite, and the total 143.
Man, I just don't think so. I'm gonna go Kentucky here
Ooh.
-4. They just have the better offense. They shoot better from three. Providence defense hasn't exactly been great. I think Kentucky is going to be a little bit bigger, faster. I'm going to take Kentucky today.
Wow, I want to say hello to Gas Station Sushi, one of the greats, if I should say so myself, one of the top uh, YouTube chatters and hosts out there. Hello to Gas Station Sushi, someone who I've been following on these YouTube chats for at least a couple of years, no doubt about it. Hello, Gas Station Sushi. I'm a big fan of yours. Thank you for stopping by today and giving me your pick. And I should change now because he's on St. Mary's. Thank you, Gas. Great to see you. Great to have you. I'm a big fan of Gas Station Sushi's. Been around for years in these chats. Awesome. All right, let's take a look at some other picks here in this game, though. Blake says Kentucky spread. Demetrius, Kentucky, here with you, Mindy. Man, you guys are gonna get off the Friars after everything we've been through this year with Providence. All the they cost us last time. I get it. And big blue for Latifa. It sounds like I don't know if she's cheering or if that's her selection. Adams here wants Kentucky today. In Providence of late, right? Providence faded down the stretch. I think they've gotten us the money some here. Carl Anderson today, looking maybe for another pick. Here's Ron, wants Kentucky. And TJ on UK, Jim on UK. Kong says he's got Providence on the bracket. Latifa is officially on Kentucky. C-Spill on Kentucky. I'll be on the over on this one, Mindy.
All right.
Got to take the over with these two clubs right now. I know we saw some scores yesterday that were, pretty low, I thought. There were some overs out there, certainly. Thank you, C-Spill, like, and smash. And Mark's reviews here today. He likes Providence in this one.
Hit that like button.
Thank you.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah. Verley also with me on the over here, it looks like. Yeah, I'm going to try the over. Kentucky, right? You mentioned it, Mindy, with their offense. They're 20-12 to the over this season. 17-8 to the over is a favorite. Providence also has been giving it up of late as well. Kong says, look at those first half unders. Okay. Mindy on Kentucky. I'm on the over in this one. Drake and Miami. Miami is favored here by 2, and the total is 146.
Oh, this one's going to be a tough one. I don't really like it's one of those, like, I just don't really like it. It's not my favorite. But I think Drake might actually surprise Miami here a little bit defensively. I think the spread here is kind of showing it also here in this one. I guess a little bit of money this morning's gone maybe back to Miami a little bit, was sitting at about minus 1.5 there. It's the Miami's defense is the one that's been a little bit suspect. So it's going to be depending on if Drake can come out here and be efficient on the court today shooting. I think that's what it's really going to come down to. We know Drake is really good from three, so it's going to be if they can make those. Right? We watched Northern Kentucky last night. Shoot 3 from 31 or so from three. I mean, these teams that are a little bit underdogs are outmanned, outmuscled. They're going to have to hit these threes. Drake is 8-2 against the spread. Miami only 5-5 against the spread down the stretch. I think Drake can give him a tough time today. I'm going to take them +2.
Okay, Mindy's on Drake in this one plus the points. We see a little bit of opinions on the totals in there. The market move is screaming over to me. I'm just not sure I can get on it. It's such a high number here in the NCAA tournament. You talked about the defense that Drake has been able to put together of late. Granted, you're going up against Miami now, but yeah, I mean these teams haven't been overwhelming as far as going over the total. Certainly, I would say if anything, Miami goes over at home, but this is obviously the neutral site game in Albany. Here's Mark Luque with Drake. And Verley's with you in this one. I'm going to end up on the under here with Drake and Miami. Not a lot of trends to support it. I just think, like I said, to me, it looks like the Sharps want to maybe come in on the over here, but at 147.5 on some of these games, it's just really seems like it's hard to get there sometimes unless you have one of these, elite teams. I don't think we're putting Miami in there at this time, especially if they're just a 2-point favorite against a Drake club. Here's doubles on Drake. It's good to see Darren here today. Demetrius Crandall. Want to say hello to Demetrius Crandall. I think we said hello to Demetrius Crawley. So great to have you guys.
Right.
Not lumping all Demetriuses together, mind you.
Right.
All right. Mindy is going to be on Drake in this one. I'm on the under. And it says Big Money Friday.
That's right.
You see, I'm not all here. I'm a little glazed. I'm a little confused. I don't know what we're doing. We're here on Friday.
Right. I feel like I was all scrambling around this morning, all out of sorts when it disrupts the normal schedule, right?
And I think next Friday, I don't know. I think they were asking maybe if we could do one more next Friday, even though we're, obviously far less games and they're all at night. But, it is Friday still the game. There will be games. So big NCAA games. And Dave with some nice analysis here. Good to have Dave. Latifa says, I think she took Miami. She's trying to remember. We just bring it up and look at the bracket for her, but okay, a couple of picks for you in that one. All right, Mindy, FAU and Memphis. FAU, obviously, they're going to get a lot of attention here when that 3 in the loss column does stand out, even to the most casual of fans. And they won. What can you say? I mean, winning their conference. Not some. It's a decent conference and a great record. They're going up against Memphis. Memphis is favored here, however. What do you have in this?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, this is probably the toughest one on the board here to handicap. I have very similar styles of offense. I have very similar styles of defense. I'm going to go ahead, though, and go to the under in this one. I'm going to say that defense kind of wins out here, especially with kind of the way things have kind of been trending to the under, especially with what happened in the games yesterday. The under is 18-7-1 the last 26 at neutral sites here for FAU. And for Memphis, it's 5-2 to the under in their last 7 tournament games also. So going to go under the total here.
Butterscotch on Memphis, Blake on Memphis, Ron Hahn Memphis, Demetrius Crandall here, FAU, Verley FAU, Latifa Memphis, and Kong had FAU on his bracket. And So kind of right. I mean, if you just thought of Memphis, that was a great tournament win over Houston, and to me, that kind of stood out as like, hey, you've got to respect what Memphis is doing all of a sudden. So, hi, Zordon. Yeah, we're here today because of the tournament. C-Spill, well, they play up for the competition. C-Spill, does that mean FAU's respected, right? Because of their 3 losses, Memphis will play up, or do you say that Florida Atlantic is, I don't want to say a fluky season. 3 losses is not a fluky season, but they are typically not a basketball power. We don't know yet. I mean, they're kind of I don't want to say new on the scene. I mean, Florida Atlantic's been around for a long time, but now that they're in a bigger conference, we know the football program's been getting stronger. We see this year. Does that mean you feel like FAU is a good team and Memphis will play well as well? So, Mark Luque, FAU, and TJ Memphis. Yeah, well, maybe Zordon says FAU, but I think big difference, right? I mean, Oral's hanging out in the Summit, FAU bigger but right. I mean, Darren Laron says his picks. All right, is there another? Because I'm gonna get ready to come in here.
What's it gonna be, Ramon? I can't wait. The suspense is killing me.
Or Latifah. No, we're going up. We'll go under. That. I mean,
Okay.
look, good on you. If these 2 teams can get to 153, great game, man. But are we seeing high scores that are close games at all right now? Point them out to me yesterday if they were. What was it one, right? I mean, yeah, we're seeing the blowouts a little bit where the 20 point, the 15, 20 point favorites are scoring 75, 80 points yesterday, and the other team's trucking along a little bit like Corpus Christi did, right? Ended up getting the money. Memphis covers, says C-Spill, and Gary says Memphis. And San Diego State knocked out a 12. So, okay, let's be on this one, Mindy, with the under 153. That's a, well, no, Gonzaga, of course, is the high total of the day, and also Kennesaw and Xavier's up there as well. But you got to play some defense if you have 3 losses. Dave, we're just here because of the tournament today. This is a big deal. This is a big deal, the tournament. And I'm firing. ASU, TCU, great game tonight. TCU, 5.5 point favorite here, total 141.5.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and try TCU here. I just think they kind of have the better offense going right now. I mean, Arizona State, I mean, we can't, say anything bad about that initial play-in game versus Nevada. I just think TCU is going to be, I think TCU is a better team than Nevada here overall. I think it's going to be similar. TCU 9-4 against the spread. They're better from 2, better from the free throw line, better rebounders. And I think that's what happened, as I talked about. I think Arizona State outsized Nevada, and I don't think that's going to happen here today. I'm going to take TCU here, laying the points.
And we see there, Blake said, "Go Tennessee Tech, lady." Did you get my play yesterday on the over in that one, everybody? I've got 2 more plays in ladies action. Will be on the Tony's Picks website today. I've got my sponsor video pick in a women's game, and I got my leaderboard video pick in a women's game. So just want to let everybody know I'm involved in the ladies tournament. I don't think we're supporting it on the website. And that's too bad because I'm going to watch.
I think it comes in around like Final Four or something. That's what I saw before.
What's that, Mindy?
So I thought last year on the site that it came in when it got to about the final four or
Oh, okay.
so, then they were available for
Okay.
wager.
Well, I'm going to be watching some games today, especially if they start a half an hour earlier than the NCAA tournament this morning. The early game does, I know, with I think Marquette in South Florida, I think. So, uh, big game, big day of women's action as well. I'll keep an eye on that for sure. Look for some plays. TCU money here's TCU money line for Jim. Here's Verley on ASU in this one. I'm on with Mindy. I'm on with Mindy in this one with VCU laying the points. TJ's on the under. Demetrius Crawley says TCU first half. It looks like butterscotch. TCU. Demetrius Crandall wants the under here, and I don't know. C-Spill's just excited.
Boom, 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 crack.
Boom, boom, boom. It's C-Spill TCU. Ron TCU. C-Spill says take Alcaraz in the tennis action. So I'd throw that in there. Of course, that match will be tomorrow, but a couple of matches today. Big $3 favorites. I probably won't have anything for subscribers. Corenzo's here. Hello, Corenzo. All right, Mindy, we're on TCU here. Lay these points against ASU. The good juju's run out a little bit, I think, for ASU. I want to say hello here. Plays a little late on that one with that Memphis Miami over, but want to greet and welcome Plenty Motion 1K joining us in the chat. First time chatter, I believe. So thank you.
Yes.
Nice to have you. Let's get ready to go to the NBA, Mindy, unless we have just one more here. Darren Laron says he's got a little on TCU and Baylor as his picks. All right. Oh, did we have a request?
I think they've all wanted us to do that game here so far.
What was it, Mindy?
It was the top of the morning, the USC Michigan State.
Okay. Great. Well, I mean, I certainly am interested in that game.
I know there was predictions on what you would do in the Discord, Ramon.
Oh, well, I mean, I've got a premium. I'm going to have to talk about something else possibly, but I'm certainly not going to ignore this game if they want to talk about it. Michigan State is down to a 1.5 point favorite, slightly juiced a little bit. Maybe there is some twos out there still. Total 137.5. There are also some 137s out there. So, what's going to happen with USC and Michigan State?
Man, I should see what you have out there for a premium so I know which one to take, Ramon. Well, I'm going to go ahead here. Oh, what should I do? What should I do? All right. I'll just give you the side. I think that's what everyone's looking for here anyway. And I'm going to be opposite of most of what I saw here so far. I'm going to go ahead and take USC in this one. The only thing that kind of bothers me a little bit is, how much, Michigan State, they kind of have more experience, let's just say, in the tournament. I mean, that's kind of how I feel about it. Maybe not all of these players, but this Michigan State defense has been really, really not so good here as of late. I'm going to go ahead and take USC in this one.
All right, Mindy, on the Trojans today on the road. You'll notice this game is in Columbus, Ohio, smack dab in
Right.
Big Ten country. The game is being played the equivalent of 9 o'clock in the morning, West Coast time for USC. Think this is going to make life a little bit difficult. I'm going to be on the under here in this one with USC and Michigan State today as my selection here on the show. Looks like hello to Gerardo. Ron's on Michigan State here. Seaspill's hanging out in the zone. Play Motion's got some plays for us. Thank you. Butterscotch, Michigan State. Demetrius agrees with me. He says easy under in this one. Ron Hahn says Sparty. And Jim says USC. So yeah, there's mixed signals here from the chat, certainly. Verley's with me on the under, though. Double says the line is 2. Yeah, well, I know there's plenty of USC here, I think. Plenty motion. Here's another. Corday, stick to the first half. Here comes Brent's numbers. He's got Michigan State winning this one by 6 and going under. All right. Saw one more. I don't know. What was it? Michigan. I think it was NC State and your Creighton Blue Jays, Mindy. Corday.
Oh.
Was wondering. I got a premium in that game. You know I do, but.
Well, I do too, right?
So we'll just have to see how we mesh maybe on our secondary pick here. You talk about too many picks, right? You can't have too many picks. Sides, totals, parlays, teaser. What do you want?
Right.
Creighton's a considerable favorite here at 5.5 right now, I believe. Still 5, maybe some 5.5s. 148.5. Could be going up a little bit, but pretty high total here.
Oh, goodness. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit over that total today, over the 149, is that you said? I have this coming in greater than that. It has a lot to do with the defense of both of these teams, not necessarily being stellar. Creighton has the better defense over NC State. And I think Creighton's offense hopefully here can click for a couple of games. They have a good shot at getting to a Final Four now. I mean, my personal opinion, right now that Arizona's gone, that's the team that worried me the most, only because they had already beaten Creighton once this season. That's where I'm going to be heading. I'm going to go over the total.
Corday calling me out. I'm trying to make graphics on the fly, just typing in out of habit.
Funny.
Yeah, they're not playing a home game. They're playing in the roadiest of Denver. I mean, we know what these teams are going to be up against. Being in Denver for the first, many of these kids for the first time playing a basketball game at altitude. So Mindy's on the over in this one. Let's see. Latifah's on NC State.
Latifah against my Creighton Blue Jays. Goodness.
Butterscotch on Creighton. Colin has Creighton in his Sweet 16. Doesn't necessarily mean he's doesn't lay the points today, but obviously would have him on the money line, I would guess. Ron says Creighton and over. Did I miss the Ron lock somewhere, or was that a different game?
I don't know.
Let's see. Oh, Latifah said though. Then here's what I believe this to be.
The case.
I believe this to be what I'm doing right here. I'm taking NC State plus the points. I think Creighton does. I've got it as a close game. No premium on the side here for me. I'm on the total. Creighton and NC State. I'm going to take NC State plus the points here in this one.
All right.
Mindy, they want to know about FDU and Purdue also.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, you guys. I got a premium in this one, so I'm going to have to.
Goodness.
Fairleigh Dickinson. That's where we want to go. Let me make sure that I've got the line here. Purdue's 23.5, Mindy, in this one, and the total 145.
Well, I'm going to say that Purdue covers. I like Fairleigh Dickinson. I like how they played. They had a great game versus Texas Southern there. They looked really sharp on the floor, but I think they're going to come and run up against just too much big here. I mean, if you take a look at scoring efficiencies, Purdue ranks 100 spots higher than this FDU team. I know it's a big spread, but I'm going to take them to cover that 22.5 here.
Mindy lays the points with the Boilers. Big number here. She'll lay it against Fairleigh Dickinson. Let's see if we have any opinions here. Hello to Jeffrey here today. Purdue is the Scotch lock. I think but Latifa will lay the points here as well. Thurman's on Purdue. C-Spill says, and we saw this from a couple of teams yesterday, built that 20-point lead and just really couldn't get it any higher for some of those teams that were laying those big points yesterday. They kind of
Kansas might have been the only one that covered that, right? I'm trying to think back.
Backed into it a little bit. I'm going to go under in this one with Fairleigh Dickinson and Purdue. Let's see here. Purdue will cover, says Jeffrey. Here's Purdue, and here's the right. I think the Purdue guards are really been getting bashed by so many people. It's they are good. It's just that they're inexperienced, would you say? And they've had some matchup problems with other good guards, but. Fairleigh Dickinson has the guards to match up, I would think. I thought. Edie will eat all day, right? Here, I mean, I think Fairleigh Dickinson is said to have the smallest team in the field. So that makes life very, very difficult for them defensively on Edie.
Right.
And, what did they do? Box and one, clamp it down, whatever, and try to make those Purdue guards shoot it. So, and they got the money enough, I think, to. Colin said, just take a first half. Brent maybe sees it the way I do here. Dave says, I'm not laying 23 points in the NCAA tournament. Every team has earned their right.
Sure.
To get here. These are not, bottom of the barrel. Yeah, we saw a 300 team in there, but okay, yep. All right, I'm on the under here, Mindy, on Purdue Boilermakers. Okay.
There's one on Vermont. You want to check that one out?
Oh, we got another one? Oh, I'm sorry, I missed it. Do we got another one? Okay. Vermont, and you know what that means. The big man sits. Can't play the entire game, right?
Right.
Okay, Vermont. I've got a premium in this one. I got a premium in this one from Vermont and Marquette. Look at me, everybody. Look, you can tell what I've got.
I can't. You're a poker face.
That's right.
Oh, so you didn't get my pick for Purdue? It would be Purdue laying the big points.
Marquette's a 10 and Marquette's a 10-point favorite or 10.5. Let me see here. 10.5, 143 against the Catamounts. Catamounts, they've been here before.
Yeah, Ramon. I know that's why we challenged each other on who was going to get to the championship or round, or who's going to win that championship. But I'm going to go ahead and take the plus points here in this one today. Vermont right now, if you take a look at them statistically, they rank much higher than this Marquette team does. They're basically sitting around 11th in the nation in efficiency over the last 3 weeks, that is 11 compared to 92. Again, I think Marquette's going to probably win this one, but I think this Vermont team can definitely go ahead and keep it close, especially taking the big points here. I like Vermont.
All right. Mindy on Vermont here, plus 10.5 against Marquette. Yep, they've been there, done that, I guess. Plenty of experience. Marquette, good season. I'm going to be on the under in this one. The number's already been ticking down from maybe 144.5 or so, and now we're at 143. Better get on them now if I'm going to do it because it's dropping. I'm on the under here, Vermont and Marquette. A lot of unders. You guys, it's just the way I feel today. We saw yesterday. Yeah, there were overs. Looked at Butterscotch says Vermont. Latifa says Marquette and Vermont covers. And Darren agrees with Mindy's pick on Vermont. All right. Let's go to the NBA. We've been here an hour. Thank you, everybody. Look at the chat. Wow. Did anybody see anything there?
109. That's, I think, the highest we've been right now.
109 for a Friday. Thank you for our
where most people didn't know we were going to be hanging out.
Oh, wow. Let's do NBA then.
All right.
How'd it go for you guys in the NBA last night? I had a premium winner, Sacramento Brooklyn under. Also had a premium winner by the skin of my teeth. Orlando Phoenix over. And of course we had Orlando right on the
show.
On the show, yeah, we did. And we also had the Kings on the show. So let's get over to the NBA. With the Wizards and the Cavs to start us off, this is an 8-game card. Should be some winners in here somewhere. Wizards and Cavs. The Cavs here are minus. Oh, wait a minute. I'm missing a game here. Well, can we start? I'll just start with this one.
Yeah,
I think I might have to type in the. No, I got it there. I just blew it. Wizards and Cavs. Cavs -6, 220.
Yeah, well, I kind of feel like I should, stick to, college basketball here today. I thought some of these matchups were kind of wonky, kind of like how the chat had been rating here before we started the show. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the total. I know I have this Cavaliers team that that holds their opponents really to nothing, but I'm going to go over that total of 220 here today. The over is 4-0 in the Cavs' last 4 here overall. Wizards are now ranked 19th in scoring, averaging 113 a game. I'm going to take the over here.
All right, I'm not sure on the total, so I'm going to, let's see. Greg's on the under here with this one. He's on the Wizards and the under. And Ziggy's going the Cavaliers. I'll go the Cavaliers with Ziggy. Let's lay the 6.5, 6 points. Let's lay the 6 points with the Cavaliers here. I think the Cavaliers are this is where you want them, and that's a manageable number. Latifa wants to go over in this one with Mindy. And Solo here today on the Cavs. Jared Bush here today. Asking if Mindy's liked the tourney so far.
I love the tourney so far. I thought it was awesome. I'm a Big Ten fan, of course. I think they're representing thus far. So
yeah, I faded the SEC. I mean, I faded the Big Ten in those SEC matchups, though, and paid the price on my bracket.
Yeah, I mean, it just, it's one of those that usually ACC, SEC dominates over Big Ten, Big 12, and it's one of those that Big Ten usually takes out Big 12. So it's just one of those how it works out if we're taking a look at how things kind of go historically, I guess. But yeah, I think it's been good matchups. And I think today's are really intriguing. The FAU Memphis one for sure. I'm really excited, about that one. I really am excited here for this very first one, USC Michigan State. So I think it's going to be a great game. Great day.
And get us there. Get us to get us to the 2 more hours to go here. And let's take a look. Another one here is a double-digit favorite on the road, the 76ers, 10.5, 227.5 against the Hornets.
I don't know. I just feel like it's too many points again. But I also like how the 76ers are, playing here. Hornets are struggling. We know they're 0-3. 76ers are 3-0. But I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the under total here in this one. Unders 15-5 in the Hornets last 20, 6-2 in the 76ers last 8. I'm going to go ahead and go to the under in this one. That's all I got.
Yeah, I see some talk there yesterday. The Pistons did let us down. I mean, I'm not one of those that say, "Hey, we were on the right side. We were on the wrong side." But I'm not. Oh, sorry about that. Not supposed to say that. I don't know how else I can put it though. They were basically doing a great job until they really laid an egg there in the fourth quarter with what they had 13 points, 15 points, something like that. They faded and fell apart against the mighty Nuggets, and it almost exactly. Remember, Mindy, when like the Nuggets just play bad. They're playing, and then when they decide it's time to play, they pace themselves properly, right? They don't go storming out of the gate necessarily. Jokic breaks you down. He takes his time. They find the rhythm, and then boom, they're on top of you, and then look out. So we tried to fade the best team. I don't know, best team in the West. Did I say it?
Sure.
I think I just did. Sorry, Suns, whoever you or other teams. The one thing that's impressive about the Kings is they keep winning these road games no matter who they're playing. That stands out. Hello to Reese today. I know we flashed your comment up there. Hello, just want to say hello. So Ziggy's got some NBA. I think Reese is saying he got paid. Jared's got an upset here. I'm going against my man Jared though. Come on, they're playing the Sixers today. Mindy talked about how the Hornets have been going under lately. It's going to be tough to stop Sixers, I think, today. We'll see. Greg here, lean Philly. Kong smash play right here. I'll be with Kong then. If that's the smash play,
take the smash play, Ramon.
I'm going with the Kong today and the Sixers. So, Brent, come on board. Come on board with me. We'll get them. Yeah. Jared's kind of trying to sell it, but again, I feel like, well, you're right. Maybe the Hornets have a little bit more deep because Pistons were in there with all the, G League teams yesterday. And Ferner says, will this be a spot that we get some rest here today from Embiid? Haven't heard any indication, but we've seen it a couple of times now against weak teams. So Ziggy says we're going to try to take Charlotte here. Ferner, maybe they just cover and win. I don't know. I got them by about 20, it feels like. That would probably put me on an over. That's the only reason why I'm not going with you. If I'm going the Sixers, I've got to. If I'm going the Sixers, I'm probably going to be over. I would think. Corday says back-to-back coming up for the Sixers starting here tonight. All right, let's keep going. NBA Warriors on the road, everybody. Payday. Hey, their Hawks are favored, though, by 4 now. 4 in this one. It was a much lower, so the Hawks are on the move. To me, that, obviously indicates one thing that we already know. Draymond's got a suspension, right? He's out of this game. Curry's got the thumb injury, listed as questionable. That's a thumb injury. Sounds kind of negative. This lines up to 4 and juiced. So to me, it kind of sounds as if what's going to happen with Curry here tonight, but we don't know for sure. So, but I will update that because definitely 4. It's definitely a juiced 4. And the total's 247, like it's going to be the highest scoring game of the season. I mean, if you look at the teams, it could be right. If you look at the teams, you look at the matchup, you look where we are in the season, this should be the highest scoring game of the year. They probably should get 275 points. But don't you need Steph Curry to do that?
I think so, right? I mean, that's kind of how I look at it. I, kind of tend to think that this one might, be towards the under. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Hawks here. And now they're -4.5. Man, it keeps going up on me here, right? But the Warriors, we know they struggle away from home. We know that injury could be maybe a little bit of a deal breaker there too. They're still 0-3 over the last 3 games here. They're giving up, this is what you're talking about, Ramon, 134 points a game. Hawks 5-1 against spread in their last 6 games following that straight up loss. Again, I see the Hawks for me. I don't know what it is about this team. I just see them kind of trending down. I mean, I don't see a whole lot of charisma there. I think they're doing enough to getting the job done. And I think that's where this is going to be. They're going to get this job done. I don't know if it's going to be a huge scoring game for them.
Fading the Warriors on the road, says Burley. So, overtime finesse, I think, has found his way into the wrong show.
Yeah.
Probably, that's a little bit of spam, but it's funny. So I'll leave it there for a minute unless it gets carried away. Okay, Mindy's on. You said the Warriors with a spot, though, huh?
No. I'm going to take the Hawks here.
Okay. No,
I like the
of
Hawks.
course. Okay.
What I'm saying is I just don't think that they're going to go out and just be lights out scoring points here today. But I think they're going to still beat the Warriors.
Yeah. Well, and again, a little bit worried, right? Because we've seen the Warriors sometimes be a little bit overvalued on the road, and they'll end up being like a slight favorite here. I know what you're saying there about you think Curry will be in Ziggy, but man, the way the spread's moving, it just doesn't feel like it.
That's a big move.
We don't know. I just analyze it from that perspective. You very well could have a good indicator on it. I didn't think I was expecting him to miss the game either. I just see the line now at 4.5. And I'm going to go with Mindy Hahne here and take the Atlanta Hawks. Of course we are. In or out, we're going to go. Here's the thing. If Curry's in, this line's going back down to 3 at least. But we'll lay it here. We're going against the Warriors on the road at this point. Colin says, read the lines. Yeah. So you're going to get, if Curry's out, right, it'll be -4, I'm sure. Okay, Mindy, we're on the Hawks there for our first NBA play.
Hooray.
Timberwolves and the Bulls. The Bulls are favored by 2.5. The total, 224.5.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and take the over in this one. I also like the Bulls here in this one today. They are 2-1 over their last 3, scoring 118. Timberwolves now 1-2, scoring 113. The over is 9-2 in Timberwolves' last 11 versus a team with a losing record, and the over 5-0 in the last 5 meetings between these two here in Chicago. Gonna go over the total.
Mindy's on the over in the Wolves and the Bulls. Kind of like saying that.
Wolves Bulls.
Calling future on Minnesota. And I like the Timberwolves here as well. Reese says he likes them. I like the Timberwolves in this one.
Cool.
Watch out. Yeah, Dave, I agree with that. Seems crazy, right? I mean, although, gosh, that game seems like it should be crazy no matter what. So it looks like Jim's on the over here. Burley on the over here with you, Mindy. Corday just playing the mascot game like we do in college basketball.
Right. Who's the tougher mascot? That's how Ramon picked his.
And he takes the Timberwolves money line. A money line play for Corday. Butterscotch, our Chicago correspondent, fade the Bulls.
No Scotch lock.
Greg's with you here. I'm on the Wolves +3. Mindy's on the over in this one. Nope. Darren Wolves in the points. And sometimes I press those comments and they're out of context. Like, doesn't make it. Not that you guys, the conversation's flowing, but then I just, for some reason, there's a random comment. Okay. Well, maybe another comment or two here, real quick. Oh, yeah, no, and we've had our share of good wins, I think, on the Bulls. So, all right. Mindy's on the over. I'm on the Wolves. Pelicans and Rockets. The Rockets are an underdog here. The Pelicans a 5.5-point favorite on the road. The total's dropped a little bit here to 229.5.
Is it okay if I take the Rockets? They're 3-0-1 against the spread in their last 4 games here right now. I'm still out there fading these Pelicans. I normally I get burned sometimes here, but I'm going to take the Rockets. +6 at home. Pelicans, they still, I think for the long haul, I don't know, not showing me much yet.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is the spot for them, but the Rockets are definitely taking some of the action here. The line's gone down to 5.5, as I mentioned, and 229.5. Let's at least update that because that's a whole point off the total. So we can knock off a half a point here on the side as well. I'll go under in this one with the Pelicans and the Rockets today. Not a lot of trend support here. I'm just thinking that on the road as a favorite, we know the Rockets don't. They seem to be involved in a lot of these. I don't know if this is a high total necessarily. I mean, 230 is almost average now. I guess it's slightly above average. What do you guys think the average total is right now? 227.5 or so, as far as when the lines come out every day, 224.5 or so. So this just seems to be a little bit high for a team like the Rockets that don't do a lot of overwhelming amount of scoring. So take the under in this one, 229.5. Mindy's on the Rockets. What are you guys on? We've got.
It's just beat the Lakers, so they have to be like one of the better teams out there right now, right?
Yeah, that was 2 bad doubles with the ball. I got to think that's it for Lonzo Ball. I just can't imagine, 3 knee surgeries, type of player that he is. I don't want to, I wanted him to be a career NBA player, but just not look. I think he's a hard worker that will continue to try until it's absolutely over. But that sounds terrible, quite frankly. Here's Ziggy going under in Pelicans spread. NOLA first half for Kong. Here's Rockets on the money line for Jim. Werner on the Rockets. Scotch on the Rockets. Burley says they're balling. And got some props here as well. Thank you, Corday. Are you guys approximating, or I think Corday might have it?
You might have.
Corday said 234.5. Yeah, and I think that's I don't know if that's necessarily the case, but I don't know what it is actually, and you think I should, but I'm sure it fluctuates a little bit throughout the year. Are you guys serious? If I put you guys together, 233, but if I look at 233 here today, I'm seeing pretty much every single number below that, other than the Warriors game, the Hornets game. No, the Hornets game's under that. They're all under 233. So but that's just one day, obviously. Hey, don't be talking about me like that.
At least it didn't say she, so. Funny.
Thanks, Colin. Okay. Jared's got a big play there. They're still talking college ball. All right, Mindy. You're on the Rockets. I'm on the under.
Okay.
In this one. Okay. Grizzlies and Spurs. Grizzlies, of course, going to be a big favorite here on the road. 8.5. Total 234.5. Wow, that total's really gone up.
I was going to take a look at the under. It's one of these that, I know when these two teams get together, they usually do tend to go over this total.
Okay.
But again, I think it's one of those that the Grizzlies now, if I take a look at where they've been here as of late, they are trending under since Morant's not been really around. 11-3 in Grizzlies last 14 games, especially versus or when they've lost their previous game. Under 6-1 the Spurs last 7 again after allowing more than 125 that previous game. They've been kind of combining for scores that are just a little bit under, about 228-ish. That's kind of where I see this. I'm going to go under the total.
All right. If it's under, then it's going to be about Memphis, I would think, today, right? Because we know San Antonio goes over quite a bit, but Memphis is more of an under team for sure. So if Mindy's going to recommend the under, and I'm not so sure. I mean, maybe now there's value there at that 234.5 because I was thinking over and it got steamed over. And maybe that would give the Spurs a chance. But if Mindy likes the under, I'm going to go with the Grizzlies on the road in this one. I mean, I think they should win. Winning by margin may be difficult. It's just a free play here on the show. But I think the Grizzlies certainly have, you know, have the motivation still. We know the situation they're in without their star. They've come through it pretty well so far. I think they've weathered the storm a little bit, right? I would say so. And maybe there's a little bit of discount here as well.
Dumpster fire.
And could Zion? I mean, we saw the setback. We already talked about that, right? With the Zion setback. What did they say now? 2 or 3 more weeks, 3 or 4 more weeks now with that hamstring. So
Let's just wait till next year.
yeah, right. I mean, we haven't seen him on the court now for quite a long time. So okay. Any comments on this? Not much. Ferner says Grizzlies defense lost the game for him. Yep. Ferner's on that game still. Okay, Mindy, I'm on the Grizzlies. You're on the under. Yeah, I got the Grizzlies winning this one probably by, I'll say by a dozen.
Oh, okay.
So, Greg, I don't know what Greg's referring to, an injury
There's
that we
something
have.
about Edwards. I don't remember where that was at up top here now.
Oh,
It was by Ferner. It was one of his says is Edwards out.
okay. Yeah, no, I didn't. I also am not seeing Edwards out. If that's what they were talking about. Yeah. Okay, I understand now. Okay. All right, let's keep it going. We're almost rolling here through the NBA and take a look at Boston and Portland. Boston, a 4-point favorite on the road, 229.5.
I'm going to go ahead and take the Celtics here to go ahead and win and cover today. Celtics 2-1 over the last 3 now, playing decent on defense, only allowing 112. Trailblazers 0-3. They're having a little bit more trouble on defense here as of late. Celtics 4-1 against the spread the last 5. And the Celtics are 16-5 in the last 21 meetings now in Portland. Going Celtics.
All right, Mindy on the Celtics, laying the points on the road in this one. I think it's probably something I can get behind here. It's close for me, Mindy. I mean, if anything, I'll take them with you. We don't have a lot of consensus, and I do want to get another play in. I definitely lean toward the Celtics. They were never going to make my card, I don't think. I do like the total here, I think. But Kong's got him. Ziggy, though. Oh, okay, good. Okay. Ziggy on the Blazers here, but notice we got a Scott Schlock on Boston here. Brent Cook's on Boston. So Looks like over here, Verley's asking about the injury situation with the Celtics. I don't think it's a hip injury for um, a hip. Excuse me, hip injury for Tatum. So listed as questionable, but we'll see on that one. Lillard's on the injured list as well, but he's probable. So I'll take him with you, Mindy. I'm not hugely confident on this one, but I think I've got a premium total here. So I'm going to take the side. I'm going to take Boston as a side. It correlates with my total, I think, especially given what you were saying about the Celtics defensively, the Blazers scoring issues a little bit. So we're going to be on the Celtics here and lay 4 points. I believe it will be 4. It might be juiced up a little bit.
Okay.
And looks like Burley, though, wants the over here. One more game. And where's Jeffrey Linton now when we talk about the Mavericks and the Lakers? The Lakers are a 5.5 point favorite. Oh, man, the Lakers are probably going to win the world championship now. Look at this. 5.5. This total has gone way up here, Mindy, in the last 90 minutes or so. It's 226.5.
Gone down or up?
I'm showing up. I showed it as low as 222.5 and now 226.5.
Oh, I must have had one of those weird opening lines at 2:30.
Oh, okay. No, I mean,
You know what I mean? One of those lines that wasn't exactly probably out there yet, that sort of thing.
Okay.
But I'm going to go ahead and take the Mavs here. I'm going to go against my Lakers team. I'm going to take the Mavs getting 5. Both teams 1 and 2 now in their last 3. Lakers, a little bit of scoring issues here. Same with the Mavs. Mavs are 6-1-1 against spread the last 8 with the Lakers. Going Mavs here in this one.
All right, and I'm going over. This one's going through the roof, I would think, here tonight. I mean, these teams aren't necessarily going to show you in the trends. I think that it's going to go over here, and I'm not getting any value now at this at 226.5. But Jeffrey, you're crazy. Just pulling over to talk about your Lakers. Comment that you got to type in then. Let's hear what Jeffrey maybe
Yeah,
has.
I mean, he's obviously, doing it right now.
Right, because he's not going to just, to hear what we have to say on that. I mean, but it's been great. It's been a great little run here for the Lakers, and Dallas is on the road, you guys. I'm not, going to slight Mindy here taking the Mavs because I'm being facetious in a little bit about talking about the Lakers, right, being favored now by 5.5 points. Like we just ignore all those struggles for weeks and what the team is doing right now without LeBron in the lineup, with AD in and out of the lineup or whatever. It's been great. It's been great. Kong says Lakers by margin. And Ziggy's pick is the Lakers. But Jim's with you, Mindy, says Dallas and the points. Brent's already ready to start fading the Lakers. He does not believe in any of this that has happened over the last 2 weeks.
I think that is his least favorite team to bet.
Okay. No, I'm totally impressed. I love it when a team starts to come through without these star players in. Scotch says over, Burley says over, I say over. I was going to be a premium, and now it's not at 226.5 because I thought. But it's interesting you said that rogue line of 230. I don't know if you can.
Let me see. I might still have it up. Let me look here real quick.
Book or whatever, but yeah, and I think there is some issues, in this game with the injury report. Certainly, we know that Luka's out, so Kyrie's questionable, but Davis is probable. So I think that changes the That changes the way this game. Let me see, Greg. I'm sorry. Did you say the over in this? Okay, there you go. Did you have a? Oh, okay. No, I wasn't ignoring. I thought maybe you were talking about a different game in the last one. Maybe I just missed. Sorry about that, Greg. Yeah, because that's what this show has been turned into. Great, thanks for Greg making sure I got that because really it's you guys. I've stopped. I got my handicap. I got a few notes. I just want to see what you guys have to say and know that we've done the work. I mean, hopefully the record speaks for itself. I know we get teased a little bit. Mindy, you do the research and all the handicapping and numbers, and I just
try
kind of
to.
throw out the picks. But
No, 2:30 was on Points Bets this morning, like
okay,
3 a.m. ish is where that came from. That might have been when I looked earliest today. It was one of the early opening lines, and I just put that one into my spreadsheet there.
everything I have is by the eye test now. No, just kidding. I love my trends. You know that. I love line moves. I'm a market handicapper for the most part, anyways. So a lot of people make fun of the way market handicappers work. They, oh, ticket counts, whatever, uh, line moves, reverse line moves. But I find that reading the market like that, what do I know more than everybody else in the world? Just because I'm sitting here watching these games 24/7, looking at computers all day. Thank you, Dave, for the prop. And hello to Moneyline. All right, Mindy's on the Mavs in this one. I'm on the over. And we got some hockey action to get to. 4 games, and then we'll get you out of here, get you a chance to get breakfast started. I asked yesterday, it's Friday today.
Breakfast?
Huh?
I said, who's cooking me breakfast?
I'm just going to go to McD, okay?
Oh, okay.
They got the extra sandwich for $1. I'm on it.
All right.
But I asked yesterday, and there wasn't too many responses. But it's Friday today. Anybody taking off work to watch the games today?
Anyone? That was always my favorite thing to do, is take off work to watch March Madness.
The Blues and the Capitals are going to start it off with our hockey cards. Just a 4-game hockey card. Hopefully Latifah's still around, and all of our hockey handicappers in the chat. But the Caps here, $1.60 or so. Is that right? Let's see what we got. $1.60 and the total 6.5.
Yeah, I just don't know if I want to do Capitals at -160. I mean, I kind of like them, but I'm going to go over the total here instead. Capitals are 2-1 at home in their last 3 here, putting up about 4 goals a game. Blues 1-2 on the road over the last 3 games there as well, only putting up the 3 goals a game. But the over, as we know, Ramon, is 7-1-1. The Blues last 9, and the over is 4-0 in the Capitals last 4 games in a 4 and 6 day situation. So I'm going to go over the total.
So Blues are back on one of those overruns, huh?
Perhaps.
No. Or have they been on it all season? It seems like. Okay, let's see here. Butterscotch on the over worries me on the over, but look, it's a blue. That's Jordan making fun of me a little bit about always taking these Blues over. Washington over for Latifah. Jim says under though. Yeah, it doesn't strike me as a huge over, but Washington does. Let's see. They've been going over more of late, but they're 12-19 to the under at home. Is that right, you guys? All right, Mindy's on the over in this one. Colin, Mindy, wasn't that we lost that one early?
I guess. That was easy.
Was that a record 10 goals in the first period? Was that an NHL record? Was that what they were?
I mean, it's like 1 every 2 minutes. I mean,
That's just
One a
sad.
minute. One a minute.
Scared Money is here.
Hello.
Scared Money gonna make that money.
Just not able to get off work, I guess.
All right, Mindy, I'll take the Blues on the puck line minus $1.70. I'm not thrilled about this one. I'm going to lay $1.70 on the tied the record. Thank you, Kong. So if I'm going to get involved, I'm laying $1.70. Not a thrilling game.
I mean, it's either way you look, right? Either way you look, you're laying a minus 170.
Yeah, I don't want the Blues on the money line. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't mind it, though. I'll take the Blues puck line. Mindy's on the over. Latifa's on the over as well. An over also for Burley. Okay. Hurricanes and Maple Leafs, tightly contested. Is this the game of the night? I think it is. Maple Leafs minus $1.20, the total 6.
Well, I'm with Scotch here. I think the Hurricanes can get this done, getting a little bit of plus money. Perhaps I had it like plus 103, 105 here this morning. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those, like, I thought the Maple Leafs were going to get the Avalanche last time. I kind of like the Hurricanes right now, maybe a little bit better than the Avalanche. I'm going to go with them here today. Hurricanes plus money.
Ziggy's on Toronto here. Greg says he's on the Hurricanes money line. Curtis is that a double lock or is it Toronto money line and unders the lock? I don't know, but he's got a lock by that under, and that gets my attention because that's the way I feel. I might lean her. This is a toss-up to me. It's almost too close to call. Man, it's going to be a good game tonight. This is the one worth watching. I've got the under in this one as my free pick. It's a freemium, I think. I feel like Curtis likes it as a lock. I mean, I like it very strong on the under here. It's a 6 flat. It's not going to go up or down, I don't think, too much. Here's Carolina with the green money. We don't get enough green money eye. We need more of that icon.
We just see more
emoji. Icon. That's what we called them when I was young.
Right.
Icons. Do they even say that anymore?
I haven't heard it in a while.
Kong's on the Canes here. Curtis, I think both of his plays are the locks, he's saying. Here's Toronto and under for Jim. Toronto's got the green crystal handball of the what is Latifa's? What did someone name her big play? I don't know if it is, but the Queen's Gaze.
Queen's Gaze.
Latifa on the under as well. I'm on the under. Premium. It's a premium play. Premium play. I'll give it out on the show. They said I had too many premiums last night. So I won't even put this one on the card. I won't put this one, okay, on the Ramon Scott up 45, all those winners, whatever. Too many winners. Too many winners on the website.
Too many winners. Who wants winners?
Yeah.
So Latifa, did you want me and Ramon to challenge? Come on, challenge, or just challenge Latifa? Who?
Yeah, well, again, on the side, I'm not sure, and it's not going to make my premium. I lean with you, Mindy. I think on Carol, but Toronto at home, that's an attractive price. Toronto, a good game. That's the game of the night, no doubt. It's a game of the night, everybody. Corday just going to roll with all the dogs tonight in the NHL. I saw pizza and hot dogs. I don't know what I was thinking. Dave said, right, Dave? I just think it's a coin flip. Even I can't come up with another one. Even I can't come up with a side on a game. Okay, Mindy's on the Hurricanes. I'm on the under. Sabres and Flyers. Sabres are a road favorite here. Minus 135. I think they let me down last time I took them, but against the Flyers, what are you going to do with this one, Mindy? The total 6.5 over 15.
Well, I mean, the Flyers still aren't scoring anything, so I'm going to go under the total. That's how I see it.
All right, simple as that.
Yeah.
Mindy goes under here, and I'm going to give out the Sabres. You know what? This is another premium. Come on, you guys, the Sabres. Look at it. It's a butterscotch lock. I'm on the Sabres here. Latif, I'm not sure it's an under night. I was just who had said it? Someone said back there they felt like it was going to be an under night, but even this game, I'm not so sure. But Sabres on the road, it's another premium. I'm not going to give out any hockey premiums on the site. I've got 10. Maybe it'll just be 10 college basketball plays. I don't want to burden the subscribers. And I'm not making. I don't want to let because I got other subscribers too. But Mindy's on the under. I like Buffalo. They did let me down last time. I'm not making it about that. So looks like Latifah's on Buffalo here. Burley says seems like the easy pick of the night.
Well, let's
Buffalo
hope so.
on the road, right? Buffalo on the road, big made us all this money this year, and Philadelphia at home has not been profitable. So thanks, Greg. I feel like I feel like I'm giving out another premium. Got to be honest with you.
Right.
So I like Buffalo. I mean, I don't know. They're up 15 or 16 units on the road. I'm pretty sure, isn't it? This year. So, all right, Mindy on the under. I'm on the Sabres. What was that? One more. Oh, good point, Greg. Thank you. All right, Blue Jackets and Ducks. We already saw somebody comment there. I think in the chat that they like.
I believe.
Oh, okay. Let me see. I'll find that. He's got the Ducks as Curtis Locke here. So, what does Mindy have?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Both teams here 1-2 over their last 3 with the Blue Jackets allowing 4 goals a game. The Ducks allowing 4 goals a game. I feel like I got to take the over. It's 7-1. The Blue Jackets last 8 following a loss of 3 or more goals there as well. 5-0-1. The Ducks last 6 following that home loss too. Gonna go over the total.
Ziggy leans with you. I don't know. Sometimes when I get 2 teams like this, I'm like, maybe this is the one where
they're not. Yeah, right.
Where they're not, right? That's what I'm talking about with the eye test a little bit. Butterscotch. This is an urgent message. Like the commercial says, this is an urgent message. Do not bet this game. I always like the ones though that when they say, "Oh, if you bet this game, you need help." I needed help a long time ago. You don't need one game to put me in the 1-800-GAMBLER mode. Butterscotch says this game is trash. Here's Columbus for Jim. And Dave says, Blue Jackets money line, maybe? Dave, maybe you and I are in a challenge in this one. I'm gonna side with the Ducks here.
Yeah, I would probably challenge too. I kind of tend to lean towards the Blue Jackets. I don't know.
Yeah, what is it, $1? What I have it listed at $1.20. It's still a $1.20. Yeah, maybe will the Ducks have their backup goalie in there today? So
I just don't know. This one's harder than for me than the Hurricanes and the Maple Leafs.
You know what? In fact, I do have it kind of rated the same, but I had the Hurricanes kind of rated a little bit better in that game, but they're on the road. It's probably too close to call to take a road team. But here, maybe it's a little bit of insight in a game where I'm not sure and just giving leans out and free picks on the spread. Ducks are at home. Not much I could say, but look at this. Corday says take the alternate puck line, or no, I don't want to say alternate total here because I do see some sevens out there. Most of them are at 6.5s, but I do see a couple of, but also maybe he's saying take it up to 7. Burley says takes the Jackets on the puck line. What are they? 240.
Yeah.
But like I said, Burley's one of those types that will lay big juice and he'll take big dogs. So
True.
I don't mind. Like I said, I respect anyone that will do both because that's really should be part of your arsenal. I was gonna point out the other day some team was minus 300, and I felt like they were minus 500, and I was gonna say, don't I take the 300 when I think I've got $2 worth of value? So they say no, never lay 300. What if I think it's 500? I probably should lay 300 twice.
Funny.
Thanks, you guys. Great show. Mindy's on the over. I'm on the Ducks. Plenty of women's action. Hey, maybe I'll find the Discord. Maybe I'll come up with some plays in the Discord for the ladies today because I was looking at the lines before the show came on, and my extent of watching women's ball this year has been basically when ESPN Plus men's games have run out, and I put on the women's games. So here comes Mindy with the plays. VCU, FAU under. Is that what we did, really?
TCU.
Right. Great.
All three of them.
And TCU. And here is, I guess that means we got no hockey, huh?
No hockey. No
Okay.
hockey. We're just giving out lots of winners, sides, and totals. That's all. That's all we do. Give out winners.
Yeah. Okay, no hockey then. Oh, well. We had hockey with you guys. Hey, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com for our plays today. Mindy's got them locked and loaded. NCAA basketball. There are my plays. I've got a 7-pack ready to roll. $35. You want those premium plays that I was talking about? As far as, I went 7-3 in the tournament yesterday. 12-6 overall. Hopefully that's not too many plays for you guys. Mindy has her NCAA plays loaded. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all of the premium pick packages. Mindy's up over 1,000 units in NCAA basketball this year. She's got an early 5-pack. She's got a late 5-pack.
Right.
And she has also got her best bets for the day in the NHL, NBA, and college basketball. So she staggered those packages a little bit. Make sure that there's a package always available. And don't forget to check out all of our handicappers over there. Some other handicappers doing some good work over there, including Nick, who's kind of joined the team. We'll get into that a little bit more later. Tony will tell you what's going on soon with some of our new cappers. And Josh also up there, Ben as well, Tim, Sean, Nick, everybody. So head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. If you're doing your own handicapping and doing well, we saw lots of people talking about their successes. So we're not going to bother you with that. We're glad you watched the show. Hopefully you get something from us. I know we cracked 109.
Yep, that's about as high as we got. But that's not too bad for an impromptu show on a Friday.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, we'll be here tomorrow. Monday, we're taking off as our day off of the week. It's kind of like one of those, they've got to give us a day. I think it's a rule or a law or something. I don't know. They won't let me be on. They wouldn't let me be on 24 hours a day. So don't do an 18 team. Even I would agree. So. All right, Doubles, thank you. Jim, thank you for your plays. Latifa. Look at that. I think that was Ducks and...
She wants to play Duck Hunt on Mario Brothers.
Ducks and over? Is that no?
Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt. The game on Mario Brothers.
Head on over also. I'll put the Discord in real quick and we'll get out of here, Mindy, unless you have anything else but I want to make sure everybody joins us over there in the Discord, and we put it up there every day. Is there anything else that we need to discuss today? World Baseball Classic, nothing for you, Mindy, yet, but there is one of the elimination games today. I'll tell you about it. It's at 7 Eastern, 6 your time, 4 Pacific, between Puerto Rico and Mexico. That should be an awesome game. So, World Baseball Classic, maybe we'll have premium action in that a little later. But nothing yet. I don't even know who's pitching. There's what I want right there.
Yes.
Thank you, Butterscotch. Oh, that's St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day with the green money eyes.
But also lucky. Luck of the Irish.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Good luck today.
Stay safe, please, everyone.
With the tournament. For Mindy Hahne, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.